cooking. In today's video napika dinner, so let's start the video. So I'll start by preparing carrot chapati first before the stew. As you can see, I have my carrots grated. You can cut them into chunk pieces and blend them, but I've chosen to grate instead. I have my flour, which is all-purpose flour. I have my basin that I will be mixing and kneading my dough. Then I have my rolling stick and my mwiko. Then we have our hot water and sugar. I prefer to use sugar instead of salt, but you can use any that you prefer. I'll use sugar, so I'll start by adding in my flour, add in my sugar, then add in my carrots. Then now I'll add in water. So you have to knead this until it doesn't stick on your hands. That is the only secret of cooking chapati. I also did just a normal chapati recipe. If you haven't watched the video, I'll leave the link in the description box. Kindly check it out. Now I'll transfer this. You just keep adding flour onto your surface. Minutes later, our dough is ready. As you can see, it doesn't stick in my hands and also onto our surface. So what I'm going to do, I'll use the basin that we used, add a little bit of flour, then add oil, the other side too. Then we cover. I'll use cling film, or you can use kitchen cloth, but I prefer this one. It does the job perfect. And we let it sit for 30 minutes or 1 hour. As that sits, we can start preparing stew. This is everything that we need for preparing our stew. We have our beef, we have tomato paste, we have our onions, we have garlic, we have 2 Maggi star, we have our carrots, we have our potatoes, we have our tomatoes. Then we'll need soy sauce and a little bit of corn flour just for thickening our stew. So let's start preparing our stew. So I'll add in my oil. Then we add in our onions. So we'll cook our onions until they brown. My onions, as you can see, they have not fully cooked. I'll add in garlic so that it can cook all together. I did have ginger with me, so feel free to add ginger. I'll add in my beef at this point. Then cover, cook my beef for like 15 minutes. Then we can continue with the next step. Minutes later, let's just check how our beef is doing, and as I can see, It's doing perfect. Let's continue to cook with its own water. At this time I'll add tomato, then cut my tomato pieces. Add in about 1 tablespoon, not too much. That should be enough. Then now mix everything. It's looking yummy already. So at this time, our beef is doing perfectly fine. We'll add in our carrots. I think now it's time we add our potatoes. Give this a nice stir. Then add in our mixture, tomato paste and Maggi star and corn flour. We will also stir all this. Add little bit of salt. As you all know, soy sauce usually have salt, so little bit, not to mess things up. Then I'm going to add water at this point for our potatoes to cook. Then we're going to cover, cook this for 10 minutes, and yeah, we'll see if our food will be ready by then. It's been hours and hours. I didn't track time, but I know it's past almost 2 hours. So now our dough is ready. I'll add flour. Then I'll cut this into small shapes. So as you can see, we may achieve 7. So now it's time we roll so that we can start cooking our chapatis. So I'll flour my service. At this point, the shapes doesn't matter because we are rolling, then add oil and roll again. So you just roll, add oil. Doing this it makes you achieve the layers. So if you need soft layered chapati, kindly follow this step. It's really important. So now you squeeze it and roll. I think I've added too much oil, but it's okay. My pan is hot by now, so now I'll add my chapati. Fry both sides without oil first. So nimeweka mafuta kidogo tu kwa pan. So I'll start kupaka chapo zetu mafuta. I'll do the same to the other ones. Just make sure you have oiled every part. And I'm done cooking chapati. So stew is ready, as you can see. The only thing remaining is to plate it. Then as for the chapo, as you can see, I've foiled it, like nimeweka foil for it to cool. So let me serve my food, and this is our final results. Kindly, if you have loved this video, give it a like. Also suggest what you'd like us to cook in my next video on the comment section. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.